Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Kicking It With, where today I'm going to be chopping it up with Reginald Wiseman Sr. How you doing, Mr. Wiseman?
I'm doing fine, Conrad. Thank you very much for inviting me and having me on the show. I love it.
Oh man, I really appreciate you taking out time to spend time with us so that we can get to know you a little better. Now, you've been doing music for a number of years. I just want to find out what was the first song that you decided to record where you felt, okay, I'm ready. I want to, start recording stuff.
Well, actually, it happened a long time ago. I recorded this song called Constantly, and I'm from Washington, D.C. I live in Washington, D.C. And back then, there was this WPGC radio station. They had something called Home Jams.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I sent in this song I made called Constantly, first song I ever had done. And I sent it in. And to my amazement, it was one of the ones that got picked to be on the radio.
Oh, cool.
I was like, oh my goodness. So I thought, and the DJ, he liked it. And I thought to myself, I think the DJ's name was LBD back then.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, I said, wow, okay, well, I guess I can sing if everybody was raving on it. And so that's where it wound up coming.
Oh, cool, cool. Just to follow up on that question, have you ever thought or did you ever re-record that? And do you think about maybe doing something else with it maybe in the future if you haven't already done something with it?
Well, I actually have released it, and I had a former artist name of DR, and all of those are now been transferred over to the Reginald Wiseman Sr. But if somebody's looking for my profile, it's normally going to be under DR opposed to Reginald Wiseman SR. But the
Okay.
Constantly song is out there.
Okay. So now I have to ask you about DR. What does DR stand for?
Okay, my first name is, and these are my legal names. The first name is Dewey.
So
The middle
Reginald
name,
is giving you his government name, y'all. And make a note. This
exactly.
is his government name.
Exactly. So, and the middle name is Reginald, and the last name is Wiseman. So, I started out with that DR because I was trying to come up with an artist name, and I thought, okay, but then I realized that one wasn't working. So then I went to Reginald Wiseman SR, which I actually got trademarked
Okay.
because I noticed people were taking people's names and holding that name ransom, and I thought, okay, I ain't going there.
Absolutely. The record industry can be very, very mercenary when it comes to stuff like that. They want to own your image, they want to know your name. But we're not going to get into all of that because that's a whole different subject altogether.
Yes.
So I want to talk to you. When I first was exposed to your music, it was about a year ago, maybe a year or a little bit less, and I came across Love Junkie, and I must say that song really struck a chord with me. I thought it was fantastic. Talk me through the creative process. What was the spark behind creating that song, and how did you go about recording it, and what the song means to you?
Well, actually, what happened was I actually got the beat. And when I first heard the beat, I wasn't satisfied with the beat. And I had, and I'll just call them some A&R people. They don't
Hmm.
want me to disclose their name. And they took a listen to it, and I made some suggestions. They made some suggestions. And finally, I got this, what I thought was, hey, this is it. So when I heard the music and the beat, it just made me think, oh man, I'm a junkie to this music. Then I thought, oh, I'm a love junkie. So the next thing I knew, it was love junkie. And then it was like, okay, and then I took that and I added a piece to a previous relationship where
Yeah.
it was love and you couldn't get enough of it. And you, 2 times a day type thing. And so that's kind of how it all came together.
Oh wow, that's really cool. That's a cool story. So you're a junkie to this music, but you really a love junkie, huh? That's cool. That's cool. So you've been doing some work and promoting that, and then I noticed that you've actually got a new single out, and that single is called Body, and you've got
Yes,
a feature on there from an artist called Hassani. Tell
yes.
me how you work through coming up with Body. Matter of fact, I saw the video for Love Junkie as well. And then I've seen the video for Body. Talk me through how you came up with the track Body.
Well, actually came across the track Body, and is a beat maker that is, I believe, in England, and his name is Sonny.
Oh,
And he was selling beats, and I listened to the beat, and I sent it back. I said, "Hey, make some changes to it," and then when I heard it, the new revision, it just had that feel to it of like the body, the female anatomy, the body. And the next thing I
mhm.
knew, I was the lyrics were just coming out,
Oh, wow.
and that's literally what happened. And then there was an artist that's local in the area that I live in named Hisani.
Mhm.
Suggestion was his vocals layered in there would set the song off. I agreed. We got together, we laid down the tracks, and I thought it came out fantastic.
Cool. It's definitely a smoker. And I think you released that. Was that on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve?
Well, actually, the song I released on Christmas Eve, and the video was released on New Year's Eve.
Right, right. So talk me through the video process because I see, and you know, as you know, I'm from DC too. I see a lot of DC landmarks in there. And how did you decide which locations to go to? Because I know your relationship with the Classics nightclub. Shout out to the Classics. And I've seen a bit of the National Harbor down there. Talk me through how you chose, your locations to do the shooting.
There's a company called True North Pictures, and I reached out to them, and I thought this is a project that I believe that they would be able to do because they did other videos for me, and suggestions were, let's use these scenes here. And we went to the Classics. We used that backdrop. We went to Joint Base Anacostia and used that location.
Mm,
We went to other complexes that were in the Maryland area. The MGM National Harbor was another place that we thought everything would blend in, and
yeah.
it did blend in.
Yeah, the optics are dope on that. So what's coming up next? I know you're still reeling with dealing with body and doing a promotion for that. Do you have any other things in the can that you are planning on going forward? Are you planning on doing an EP? Is there an album in the works? What can people expect from Reginald Wiseman Sr.?
Right now, I have a song called Stay that will be releasing on February 11th, which is a Friday, a few days before Valentine's Day. And
Mhm.
I kind of think the way that it sounds is more like you want to be cuddling on Valentine's Day because you listen to Stay. So that is one project that's coming along the lines. There's another song I'm working on called Boomerang, and it's got to be. It's gonna make the body move. It's gonna make the head nod, and it's like an addiction type song.
Okay, okay.
But I really really think people will really really enjoy it. There's another song I'm working on called Cuddle. It's every month. My goal is to put out a different song, and I'm getting a lot of fantastic beats that are allowing me to do my creative thing. So right now, singles coming out before the end of the year. I anticipate putting together an album. It just depends on how things go with, as you know, with this COVID. Sometimes you think you're going to the studio, and all of a sudden they say, "Hey, look, the studio's closed down. We can't do nothing." So
Absolutely, absolutely. We don't know what's coming up next with COVID. COVID got a trick around every corner.
exactly.
I'm really glad to hear that you've got something coming up right before Valentine's Day. Instead of people having Netflix and chill, you can get Stay and chill. So you just stay at home, listen to Stay, and make the magic happen.
Exactly.
So look, can you tell people about your social media, how they can get in touch with you, and how they can follow you and make sure that they keep up to date with what's going on?
The best way to keep in touch with me is my website is reginaldwiseman.sr.com. You go there, you pull up all my information. I'm on IG, reginald.wiseman. I'm on Twitter, wiseman.reginald. If you just Google the name Reginald Wiseman Sr., all of my information will comes up. But the
Okay.
website is definitely the way that you can track everything. And then my link tree is Reginald Wiseman SR. So I'm on Linktree. If you go to the website, that's the easiest and quickest way.
Okay, fantastic. Look, guys, you know how I do. I love to support independent artists. So I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody else, and I'm going to tell you like I tell them all the time. Get your nickels and dimes together. Make sure you go out and you check out Reginald Wiseman Sr. You want to get Love Junkie, you want to get Body, you want to go to his back catalog, you want to pick up his other stuff, and you want to have some change left in your pocket to make sure you pick up Stay and the other releases he has planned for 2022. Reginald Wiseman, thank you for spending time with me today on Kicking It, and I
Thank
hope you
you.
have a great day.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Carl.
Much love.